Let's talk about aliens and why we have never found them. Space is freaking massive. How many people have pointed their phones at the sky and snapped photos, and how many telescopes have aimed upwards with peering eyes through the other end? With all of the eyes we have had on the skies for years and years, why haven't we seen aliens yet? Maybe someone has and they didn't survive to tell the tale. Or maybe aliens are now among us. Maybe our intelligence is too inferior to qualify for a visit from other worlds. Soon, you will find out there are actually quite a few reasons why we haven't made contact yet. As usual, like, subscribe, and let's roll. To begin, how do aliens communicate? Can we assume they speak English or another human language? If they are so intelligent, you'd assume they would understand us. Maybe they have reached out to us, and their form of communication was simply beyond our comprehension. Or maybe we have received messages, we just simply cannot begin to decipher the language they used. That said, we don't have any way to communicate with them. We have no way to detect their signals or contact because we don't even know what we're looking for. What if they have been speaking to us for decades and we had no idea? Another possible reason is, what if superior intelligent beings have already made contact and have even influenced us feeble humans? It is possible that many of our leaders and forward-thinking people who have profoundly impacted our lives are either alien or influenced by them. Think about it. Extraterrestrial intelligence may be so advanced that they are tugging at the strings of our own world and the inner workings of our own society, as if we were their very own experiment or game. You'd think that if this was the case, surely one person would have found out and tried to expose them. But then again, if they did, that person would simply just disappear or be made to look like they lost their mind. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Now, consider this. What if life as we know it is fundamentally, down to its very core, different from theirs, biologically and physically speaking? What if we are so distinctly different that we are incompatible and incapable of communication? What if they are even toxic to our very existence to the point that we cannot be physically located on the same planet? For example, what if they thrive on carbon monoxide in the same way we rely on oxygen? What if at our gravity levels, their bodies turn to mush, and if we visited them, we were instantly crushed? There might just be inherent danger for outside contact. It's easy to imagine that our differences could be resolved with enough time, but we also have to consider all of the problems of our own that we have yet to solve. Sometimes answers aren't easy. What do you think? Earth and its atmosphere exist in such a manner that sustains our lives without effort. What if other planets do not have this native life support? That would suggest we are alone. Do you think that's true? Now, what do you think of this theory? Governments are hiding the proof and existence. This would prompt the question, why? Why hide their existence? Maybe the truth is more than most people could handle. Maybe for the protection of our entire planet, their existence must be kept a secret. What if governments are trading people for alien technology? The relationship is mutually beneficial. We advance, and so do the aliens. There are so many possibilities and explanations as to why they would lie about the existence of aliens. So tell me your best hypothetical reasons why in the comments. Okay, look, it's simple. We just haven't found them yet. We've hardly scratched the surface, so to speak, of exploration of the unknown abyss that is space. And what we have seen, did we patrol it back and forth and look under every star and inside every asteroid, inspecting every inch of surface area we passed? The potential that we missed something is actually quite massive. We have not even begun to find the ends of space, so it's very possible that alien life could exist, but it's simply too far for us to have ever reached them. What if they've already died off? Perhaps they existed in the same time as the ancient Greeks or alongside dinosaurs. Pretty much every planet we know of cannot support life as we know it anymore. Perhaps they are already extinct. Maybe their home planets were even destroyed and the only remains are drifting around in space in the form of asteroids or other chunks. Maybe they suffered a planetary pandemic and were never able to recover and they all died off. Seriously, even our own world can be very unforgiving. Left to the elements, we are likely not to make it out on our own. What do you think of this theory? Everyone assumes aliens are far more advanced and intelligent, but what if we got it backwards? We were wrong, and we are actually the most advanced civilization in existence. Naturally, we are limited by our own technology and comprehension of the information we do obtain. Most people probably don't like this idea because it puts pressure on us and places limitations on what we know. What are your thoughts on this one? Physicist Mikio Kaku is open to the idea of parallel universes, a hypothetical self-contained plane of existence coexisting with our very own. According to Kaku, many planes could exist, each with its own set of laws of physics and history. Aliens might just be extra-dimensional. Perhaps that's why there have been so many supposed sightings. What if aliens have figured out interdimensional travel, but have only been able to complete their journeys for minutes or seconds at a time? Did they see us? Can we ever travel to their dimension? Have you ever seen the movie The Truman Show? What if we are being contained inside of a biome that is Earth? Alien masters are keeping watchful eye over us, watching as their science experiment evolves and advances over time. We could essentially just be a human zoo to them. If this is true, do they manage us, or is everything that has happened of our own doing? Have they ever intervened when there was a global threat of destruction like a nuclear war? So, if we are trapped in this snow globe experiment, can we escape? Is outer space simply just the walls of a petri dish? Our lives are short. We last maybe 80 to 100 years. What if we missed alien contact altogether? Maybe alien life made a pit stop as they made their way across the stars, and they won't be returning again for hundreds or thousands of years. What if our ancestors had already made contact decades ago? And if that's true, will the aliens visit again during our lifetime? Or maybe they'll just visit our descendants years after we pass. They also might just be observing us. Maybe we have to pass a certain threshold of scientific achievement or comprehension abilities to be worthy to reach out to. This could all be a test. Maybe we need to figure out how not to destroy our own planet in the operation of daily life. Our technology could be so primitive that there is no need to even talk to us. I could speculate and hypothesize till I'm blue in the face. What do you think? How could we earn their respect? Did you know that life is supported in arsenic? Even with limited exposure to arsenic, we would die. What about nuclear waste? Did you know that there are a number of bacteria that live their lives just fine in the nuclear environment? In all our years of exploring space, what if we were looking in all the wrong places? Their life form might be nothing like we have imagined it, right down to its size. They could be living in microscopic worlds, completely sentient and possibly more advanced than us. All the while, we have no way of observing them or even communicating if we do find them. Do you ever stop and ask a ladybug how their day is going? Do you hang out with ants and share a meal with them? Precisely. Think of the perspective of the bugs. We are nothing to them but obstacles. They pay no mind or attention to us. They simply just survive, and we are inconsequential to their existence. Now, stick with me on this one. Try to imagine if we were living inside of a simulation, as if there was an invisible wall like in a video game. You could potentially reach the wall, but you can't go past it. No matter what we do, we cannot pass the boundaries that we are programmed to exist within. Outside of those boundaries simply does not exist because it has not been written. If that is true, nothing is real. It would be just like the Matrix. Your thoughts, your feelings, your friends, your family, all are code, made up. Aliens don't exist, and whoever wrote the code might be toying with us every time there's an unconfirmed alien sighting. If this theory is correct, it offers two twisted possibilities. Either we are all willing participants in the simulation and have chosen to play, or we are all unwilling participants and we can't escape, nor will we ever be allowed to. In either case, the idea that what we perceive as real isn't real is the most terrifying thing I can think of. What do you think? Do you have any other theories? Tell me about it in the comments. Until we meet again, keep on rolling.